which is the problem. Are we ostriches, Faizan Kidwai? Are we going to be ostriches? Are we going to start condemning things for the sake of it because we have some domestic, political compulsions? I want to ask you, isn't this a movement forward? In fact, why is everybody silent about the Congress Kerala tweet which showed Pakistan having Jammu and Kashmir as its own part? And, then they just go and delete it from their Twitter handle? Not one person will raise a question about it. But everybody has a question about what's happening with Trump, who called for the ceasefire. Would you rather believe Asim Munir? Would you rather believe Trump? Or would you believe your own defense personnel, your own Ministry of External Affairs? I just don't get it. We live in complex times. You look at the kind of situation that exists between Ukraine and Russia. You look at the Iran-Israel conflagration. You look at US's standoff with various countries. I want to ask you, should you not be happy that there is some deft maneuvering that is happening by India not to pull the entire country down by partaking in some, wars, but rather handling the situation deftly?
Good evening, Navika. This question has been constantly thrown at the opposition that who would you trust, Trump or would you trust your own Prime Minister? See, my Prime Minister, unfortunately, has a history of distorting facts and lying through his teeth. He has done this earlier also. He's the one who denied that there has been a Chinese incursion, but later on in May 2020.
What are your views about Trump, I would like to know? More consistent and credible?
Don't do this, Navika. Navika, don't do this. I am not talking
since
about
you're
Trump.
Comparing the two, since you're comparing the two, please compare Trump also.
Navika, I have nothing to do with Trump. What Trump is doing, it's none of my business. I would want to trust my Prime Minister. Unfortunately, my Prime Minister is not giving me good enough reasons to trust him. He's the same man who said that I instructed the Air Force people to hide behind the clouds and because that will save them from the radar. I mean, no sensible expert would even follow what the kind of stupid remarks that the Honorable Prime Minister was making. And there have been, he's the one who clicked pictures before the digital cameras were there, before the email came for public use. He even sent an email. So my Prime Minister, unfortunately, is used to making such puerile, such unsubstantiated claims. So he has lost his credibility because of the way he has been speaking. No. See, Navika, unfortunately, under Mr. Narendra Modi, diplomacy of India has become a farce which is being created by his propaganda machinery. And we are not too happy about it. Forget about being a Vishwaguru. India has failed on multiple counts. As you were talking about Canada, see, Navika, India has asked for extradition of 20 people, but what Canada says that there are only some extremists. And there's a difference between real and perceived extremists. That means that Canada is not going to agree to every individual that India calls an extremist. Apart from that, the Canada spy agency has said that India is one of the main perpetrators of foreign interference and espionage. It has put India in the same league as Pakistan. The latest report says that India was involved in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. What has Modi done? Now you just see what the kind of interaction Trump is having with Asim Munir. It's after a good 2 decades that somebody from Pakistan, that too from an army, is meeting the president, and they are having a meeting behind closed doors. Trump says I love
Faizan Kidwai, would you want India to open up its air bases for US to use it as their backyard? Would you want that? That's exactly how Pakistan gets used, but they're still impressed with Asim Munir than with their own country or their own Prime Minister. Shehzad, please respond.
Kidwai, I've heard you out patiently. Mr. Kidwai, I've heard you out patiently, and I hope Ashwini won't interrupt me when I'm responding to you. Look, sir, you don't trust Prime Minister Modi. Of course you shouldn't. The people of India trust him. That's enough for us. But having said that, surgical strike was announced by DGMO. Did you trust them? You said it was Khoon ki dalali. Balakot airstrike was announced by the Air Force. Sir, let me finish what I have to say. Sir, Mr. Kidwai, you spoke.
Well,
you said a lot of things.
Your alliance did. Your alliance.
See, the problem is that I hear what they say, I note it down, but they keep interrupting me when I am responding. You can surely be patient and write it down. Pulwama was done for votes, was said by Ram Gopal Yadav, even though it was clearly said that our forces were the ones who were at the receiving end. But you tried to give a picture that our forces and the Indian government did it. It has been said by Ram Gopal Yadav. Please check it and let me complete, sir. You can't keep interrupting me every 10 seconds.
Go
Secondly,
on.
sir, Nijjar is the same person that you are now crying tears for, who said that Indira Gandhi's death and killing was justified. Navika, this has to stop, ma'am. I do not interrupt them.
Navika,
there is a decorum to the debate, otherwise the people don't understand.
He's putting wrong allegations on me.
But you are attributing to him that they are crying for Nijjar.
Attributed to PM. I did not interrupt. He attributed to PM. I kept my peace. No, ma'am. There has to be. Please.
So do not attribute.
No, please, Navika. Don't make it so difficult. Please let me complete. Please let me complete.
Okay, 1 minute now, Ashwini. Ashwini, I think he's responding to Faizan. Allow him to do so.
Navika, Munir going to Trump is an indication that Trump has no leverage on us. He has all leverage on Pakistan. It is, in fact, you're saying a point in my favor. Because what was the conversation? Trump said that Canada के बाद can you come to United States? If we were beholden to United States और हम उनके दबाव और प्रभाव में रहते तो चले जाते ना पहली फ्लाइट लेकर, जैसे कि 1971 में 93,000 prisoner of war था, हमारे पास 15,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर था, फिर भी इंदिरा गांधी पे क्या मजबूरी थी कि उन्होंने उस समय पीओके नहीं लिया? 1974 में पाकिस्तान को न्यूक टेक क्यों ऑफर किया? 1985 में रोनाल्ड रेगन का डिक्टेट क्यों एक्सेप्ट किया राजीव गांधी ने? और 1994 में सुशांत सरीन will tell you that we did not conduct the nuclear test under whose pressure? And then Vajpayee came and then we did the nuclear test. This is called prabhav. And we don't have any prabhav of any country. We are independent. But last 10 seconds. Navika ji, वो तो केरला कांग्रेस का ट्वीट नहीं था, मेन कांग्रेस का ट्वीट था जिसमें पीओके पाकिस्तान का दिखा दिया, पर एक बयान हाथ में आया है।
हमारी विदेश नीति का एक और कीर्तिमान है जिसका मैंने जिक्र किया था अभी थोड़ी देर पहले। कनाडा जैसा देश हमें G7 का इनवाइट नहीं भेजता है।
ये कनाडा जैसा देश हमें G7 का इनवाइट नहीं भेज रहा था ना? इसके लिए एक बार माफी मांगी क्या? और साइप्रस इनके लिए छोटा देश। लास्ट
मुझे लगता है
साइप्रस के ऊपर इन्होंने कहा प्लीज डोंट इंटरप्ट। सर प्लीज डोंट इंटरप्ट। अश्विनी जी, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू डोंट इंटरप्ट।
No. But the point is you have not apologized. You have spread fake news.
Navika, just 10 seconds. Look at the hypocrisy, and Sushant is here. He'll point out the hypocrisy. They say कि इजराइल वाले पे आपने वोट नहीं किया, गाजा में जो हो रहा है, पैलेस्टाइन में जो हो रहा है। वैसे तो Turkey has taken over the territory of Cyprus in 1974, which we have taken a stand on that time. Today, when Prime Minister went to Cyprus, they were criticizing. भाई साहब क्यों? क्योंकि Turkey is a Muslim country. मतलब वोट बैंक देखकर अब तय करेंगे कि कितना आक्रोश करना है। ये गजब।
How many votes are going to come from Turkey to them? I don't know.